Big theme that you are specifically watching out for, Samir, but it's no secret your optimism on HDFC, ICICI Bank, SBI, etc. But what are you doing incrementally? Are you adding weights in that basket, and also are you looking at expanding your financials exposure? Geo Financial Services has been quite well. Any other name that you are watching out for?
I don't think we had bought Motilal Oswal it's there in the mutual fund also, so must have been bought in that around that because we all have it, all our funds have it. But I don't think we bought anything else new. But the next mutual fund that is being considered in India that we might do will actually be related to financial sector, because we think that this sector has a big picture sense done very well all our life, which means more or less all the life of the market since 90s. And it has not done well, at least in aggregate, for the last 2-3 years, while the numbers have been good. And it is where there is a lot of breadth of choices, from mutual funds to brokers, to wealth management companies, to banks, to private banks, to state banks, to whatever, credit card companies. It covers a large part of the market, and it has somewhat, not a lot, but somewhat out of favor. And so we think that is a worthy thing to do as a fund. So that means we are very bullish on it as a complete thing. But I would suggest from side, don't ask me on HDFC mutual fund, HDFC bank. People are sick of my talking about it.
No, we are absolutely not, Samir. We can go on hearing your view on
we like it, but move on and ask more interesting things.
Okay, so let's move on to more interesting things. And one thing which has been garnering a lot of headlines of late is telecom. So you have exposure to Bharti Airtel, but what's the view on Vodafone? Would you be perhaps a subscriber to the FPO?
No, because the thing is, if you see the assumptions on how and why this should do well, there's an inbuilt thing again and again that you need a 20-30% price hike to be profitable or to do well. And so if you have a 30% price hike, we'll also do all right with our Bharti. But you know India, and you know the stock market, and you know reality, and we have to deal with all those things. Of course, this may do better than that for a few months if that happens. So we won't buy it because it's okay.
You bought into urban consumption, but now is there a fear of a base effect which could kick in? There's a time of base effect for urban consumption. I mean, the theme was avoid rural, buy urban consumption. Luxury.
Yeah. So if we look at the stocks that we own, we think they are okay. For example, we still continue to own Varun, which I think just because of the summer will have, I don't know, maybe 30, 40, 50% growth in terms of at least the volumes for now. Or if we look at auto, it is not so much because of just the food consumption. It is basically taking market share from the other companies, and all. Other companies means not from Swiggy. I mean, you're just getting from the same business. People are just sitting at home, but its main story has become it. The other big consumer companies we have are not very big separately, but this Titan types and all that are okay. So we don't have those typical old consumer companies, the staple type companies, other than a little bit of ITC. So we are not over. We will be happier if we don't have where you can clearly see a slowdown. In fact, today is an article in your related newspaper only about the big discounts that are being offered. So we are not that way overweight in the regular India-related consumption going up. In all of these, there is some market share angle and some premium angle. For example, Landmark Motors, because the Mercedes is selling, but the other cars are not, that kind of stuff.
Samir, good.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.